Alrighty, guys, as we promised, we're going to be going over the employee benefits. And again, remember, a benefit is something that can be tangible, either direct or indirect rewards provided to the employee by the company, okay, or for being part of the organizational membership. Now, one of the things that we look at is that it's retirement plans, it's benefits, it's time paid off. That's tangible and related, indirectly related because it's not the paycheck. You're looking at disability insurance, all kinds of things. Um, uh, Taxes for, again, pay for many other countries' benefits. But we're looking at the cost is average for payroll expenses anywhere between 33 to 50% of what we get. And then, that, of course, the health insurance plan is the biggest percentage of benefits. So, again, the reason that it's an HR strategy is because, again, um, it's how we recruit our students, how we recruit our employees, as I stated before, the demographics, financial circumstances, what else we want to offer them after to retain them. That's what we're looking for as a strategy. Um, it's a competitive advantage as well, so that we can not only meet our legal requirements, but also help the employee or even the candidate to be an employee to choose the organization based on not only the salary that they're getting, but everything else that the organization offers. So again, retention, and then of course when to retire. So you get to show them how they can continue their career path, as we talked about last week. So one of the things that we look at is um, most benefits are not taxed as income except for paid time off in some instances. You'll get into that in payroll. So when we're looking at this, it um, is to increase the amount of value that the employee is getting based on the benefits that they're getting from the company. Some of the global benefits are total hourly compensation, retirement and health plans, vacation time, as I talked about before, sick time, time off for childbirth or medical disability, and there are other policies as well. Now, again, these are things that we want to consider for our employees in order for them to go ahead and stick around. Some multinational companies have to determine how they're going to compensate both the host country nationals and those that are somewhere else, okay? Or the ex I can never say that word. It's there. You see it. So again, that's so that the employees overall globally will feel that they're being treated fairly if they work for the same company, like Sony. Sony has a corporation here, then it has one in Eastern Europe. So again, you're thinking of how am I going to go ahead and make sure that both the US, based on their policies and tax policies and everything else, how am I going to provide the same kind of fair um, benefits to somebody working in Eastern Europe? How does that compare? How is it equitable? That's what they have to think about. We have to consider managing them. So for example, if a person is going on vacation pay, all right, you have to not only give them the vacation pay, but then you have to deduct that from their vacation time to have an accurate amount. Plus, not only when they took the time off, but the fact that they're accruing it, meaning that every single day that they're there, they're actually gaining more hours for vacation pay. So we have to be very careful about managing them. Then, of course, managing the partner benefits, if you have anything, if you have anybody, or the fact that they're married or not married, and they have children. And then, of course, the benefits for older workers as well. You have flexible benefit plan, which allows the employees to select the benefits they want to have. For example, you can have medical insurance, you can have dental insurance if you want to. You can even have eye insurance for glasses, contact lenses, whatever you would like. There's also now another optional uh, health benefit where you can actually purchase a cancer um, uh, insurance as well. So that's what the insurance companies are offering. And of course, remember when you're providing all these choices, is you have to make sure that it is um, appropriate. The worst part is that your younger members may not understand why it's important for them, even if they don't plan to stay with the company very long, why it's important for them to go ahead and consider a retirement plan. Okay? When you're young, you don't think about those things. I remember I was working once, a long time ago, even part time. But even then, the employer provided retirement. I never thought of putting any money away. I didn't think I was going to be with them for that long. So it turns out I was with him for 8 years as a part-time um, worker. And in 8 years, I could have had $30,000 stashed away, but I never took them up on their offer. So part-time employees don't always get the same kind of benefits, but they do receive some kind of health and life insurance benefits that they may want to pay for. Okay. Um, and usually the employers are the ones that create their own thresholds for that. Domestic partner benefits, again, is they were at the present time. This is still under litigation because in some areas, some corporations, some states, not providing benefits to same-sex couples may result in litigation. Some don't, some do, but overall, right now, it should be allowed because it's covered under the Title VII Civil Rights Act. And again, what it does, what it does to your employees, it shows that you value them and their partner choice. Okay, that's their situation, and it does enhance in keeping them because of satisfaction. When we're looking at older worker benefits needs, part-time benefits, wellness programs, as I talked about in the intro, and then again also the phased out retirement programs, which allowed employees to work part-time and then to withdraw some retirement funds at the same time as well, which goes ahead and works to the advantage of the organization. We have technology now that also allows us to change our benefits. If you are part of a certain health insurance that has a website, you can go in during the open enrollment where you can change different things, switch benefit plans, uh, decide that you want to get more insurance, life insurance, you can do that as well during this kind of enrollment time, okay? And then again, the other thing also is it allows you to be able to decrease expenses for your employees, allow them to be able to feel that they are part of this organization, plus be in control of most of their benefits, especially health. Okay. It allows them again to track their benefits. They can go look into them, submit questions, get answers, have webinars, WebEx meetings, so they can talk to their insurance agents as well. And of course, again, you have online and printed materials. Sometimes even though they're web-based, they come down anyway because they want to talk to people to make sure that they are understanding what benefits they do have. Some employers provide a cafeteria plan, okay? Some employers offer both legally mandated and voluntary. The cafeteria plan is, of course, given on the amount of money that the employee is actually earning. They can decide what they want to have. They may not want the vision. They may want the dental. They may not want the dental, but they may have the vision. They may not want life insurance. This allows them to make their own choices. The legally required ones are the ones for Social Security and FICA or Medicare. So remember, Social Security or the FICA is federal income tax. All of that is actually broken up into two sections. Your Social Security, which is your OSADI for your when you get older, and then of course your Medicare. And again, it provides for this, for you to be able to have some funds coming in after you decide to retire. That's mandated. Employer does not have a choice. Medicare, now depending on also how big the employer is. Medicare again, uh, both the employer and the employee actually go ahead and pay for it. Okay. There is an additional 0.9% for people that are in a higher bracket that are making the money. Okay. So we have to look into those. But remember, you're going to be looking into this if you continue with this program in payroll. That's going to be where you get all the details. Just know that it's legally mandated. Workers' compensation, that's if something happens on the job and you're injured, you take care of them. The no-fault insurance, the injured workers receives a benefit if the accident was even if it was the employee's fault. Sometimes if it's the employee's fault, the insurance won't pay out. It depends, right? It really does depend. It was established by the Social Security Act of 1935, and the reason why was because many of the people that were, remember during that time, we were actually starting with more of the Industrial Revolution, and a lot of people were dying based on production lines and what they were doing, and they didn't have all the safety systems that are in place now. Okay, so it does go ahead and provide for at least 26 weeks of 50 to 80% of pay if you're out. Retirement. Once you're vested, and depends on company policy, that benefit cannot be taken away. So pension rights accrue even if they haven't been with the employee long enough to be vested. Whatever you've put away, if you decide to leave, the employer has to give you back. Now, portability. Some allows you to, some insurance plan, not insurance, some benefits are allowed to be moved from employer to employer, like the state type of plans. If you leave from one state organization to another one, you don't lose your benefits. They stay with you. Retirements, we know that. That's when we get old. Okay? There's different kinds. Defined contribution plan, and there's a cash balance plan as well. So there's different kinds that you can be offered. It's up to you which one you want to take. There's a 401k. You have a invested tax deferment as well. Again, you'll get into more detailed information as you read your book and that you get into your payroll. Now, one of the things that are required for the retirement benefits is that you have to have the Employee Retirement Income Security Act that's there, benefits and age discrimination, and Older Workers Benefit Protection Act as well. We have the health plans, as we talked about. Now, compared to 2000, few Americans are covered by health plans because they can't afford them. Either way. Remember, Obamacare was supposed to come in and take care of that. Well, yeah. There's always been an increased cost as to how much it costs to have health insurance. Then, of course, remember we had that Health Care Act again. And it's supposed to help out everybody. Read more about that in your book to understand it. And these are the key provisions. It eliminates the lifetime and unreasonable annual benefits. Now, again, they're trying to get rid of it, so who knows? There's other kinds of insurance plans, COBRA, and other things. The Portability Act or the HIPAA Act that's there. So much things as far as the benefits that are there for your workers to decide what they want to keep. And as stated in the intro as well, and it's in your book, there's other kinds of pay, vacation, family and sick leave, FMLA, leaves of absence, paid time off for sabbaticals if you need to have them, employee paid group benefits as well, and vacation and holiday plans. So again, this is your lecture for this chapter. If you need anything, get a hold of me. See you on the flip side.